Rudy Reyes, a guy I met at Summer Strong, said to me, asked me a question. The only question he had was, when you were in your thing, were you ever scared? Did you ever think you were going to die? And I thought about it because, it takes someone like that to ask that type of question. And I said, no, I never once was like, oh my gosh, am I going to die? This is going to kill me. And so to speak to the mindset of that and like what helps you and what are those things, again, I don't think I can look back retrospectively and be like, well, I knew what I was doing in the moment. It was no, there was a different switch. This was a different version of me. And that version has a name, and that's my nickname, which is Mega. Because that's what all they started this hashtag at Auburn, like Mega Strong, and that has stuck with me. So that's why that's my nickname. And that person in that moment was the calmest, most joyful person version of myself I've ever been. And so there was just gratitude for everything. Meaning nurses walk in, they came to my room all the time because I kept a candy drawer stocked.
Yeah.
Bribes for nurses, let's
Bribes for
go.
nurses.
And then the other
Secret to
side of
our
that,
medical system.
exactly, you don't know about it. There's a chocolate drawer and a
Bring
hard
a
candy
yeah,
drawer.
just bring a stack of ones and start handing them out to everyone you can.
And then the only rule I had that I expressed to my best friend and like my care team was, I don't want anyone to come in here if they're sad or emotionally dealing with things like about this, because I'm an empath. I will feel what you're feeling and I'll take that on and try and help you.
Yep, I don't have
So
time right now.
I don't have time. I don't have time to be that person for
No,
you.
what a big awareness to have of your own, like of yourself and your own energy though. That like, listen, the best thing you can do for me is if you show up, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be down and you need to vent something about this, like I
Yeah.
ain't got time for it. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm in the
Don't.
fight.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other side, there was two things, and I thought about it because I listened to a couple of these podcasts since you've rebranded to Not Dead Yet, specifically to kind of see what takeaways I could give. And I don't, it's just part of the story. One, anytime I had like a major procedure, I had a playlist I went to. I think music is such a strong thing. I have no idea why it was Ed Sheeran's album, but that's what it was. And so it was like, it was a switch for me.
Shout
And
out Ed Sheeran.
yeah, as being a thrower, you probably had a go-to playlist that
Oh
evolved
yeah,
over
I
time, of
still do.
course. And it
Like
makes
I
you go to
still
that
do.
place.
It's essentially like I'm so weirdly movie obsessed that constantly kind of the thing I like the idea of is what would be the soundtrack playing.
Exactly. Exactly. And so for me, it was like that Pain Cave soundtrack. So I knew I was going into this thing. I needed something that was going to take me to a different place, and it was music. The other side of that is the I had an experience of just like dealing with some pain, and I wasn't sure if it was like from the chemo, from the leukemia, from the side effects of all the different things in between. But I had a friend, Sarah Cahill, who's an amazing coach, and it wasn't her. She connected to me to her cousin. She didn't know why. She's just like, he's amazing with music, and I know that's helpful for you.
All right.
And so he helped me set up. There was this one chair. So you have like our hospital bed, you have your chair, there's a couch that all the people sleep on that's not really a couch, and there's a bathroom. So that's kind of the setup of the room. The chair next to my bed became like this place that anytime I was dealing with pain, I could go to that chair. So it's kind of like a dope. You probably have a spot you go to that you're hanging.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
All
got the
right.
beanbag.
Exactly. You have a huge beanbag. So that corner then became this place that I'll talk about a specific experience. I was having pain, like I think from a bone marrow biopsy at the time, and I sat there. And before cancer, I'd never meditated. That's not who I was, and
Sure.
that was not a tool I knew. But I think I had the deepest meditation of my life, and that I was sitting in that chair. I closed my eyes, and you have to know a little biology and anatomy, but I literally remember closing my eyes and tracing the pain down to like the neural synapses so I could see it. And a lot of times pain is so powerful because we can't see it. So in my mind's eye, I was able to literally follow it down so I could see it. And when I recognized it, I didn't feel the pain anymore.
What an interesting meditation.
right?
Yeah.
And ever since then, anywhere I live, I build a corner. And I didn't realize until I was prepping for this podcast, I was like, oh shit, that was just me carrying that hospital chair with me wherever I went. So that corner became the thing that I go to, not when things are bad or good or indifferent, but I just seek it out. And then I started meditating. And then I started adding more things to it. And now it's like, oh, you're laying on your grounding mat on a bed of nails,
Yeah,
listening to
dude.
this. So you having that space, just like people prioritize having a training space, all these different things. I wish more people prioritize having that space that they could just go to.
That's what my whole gym. That's the whole thing here. It's grown.
Exactly.
It's gotten
Exactly.
out of hand. I'm not sure if people are aware.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
That's why you sauna, that's why you cold tub. It's
yep.
like there can be different avenues to what those things are. And I think temperature exposures are amazing because if you jump in a cold tub, in 2 seconds, you're going to know the bullshit you're not dealing with because it's going to come right up to the top.
Yep.
So
Especially
don't,
once you get better at listening to it. And I think
no,
it only, it just takes some time to get through the first couple rounds, but at least it's giving you a benefit of something, even though if it's not bringing up some
yeah,
emotional thing to deal with, it's still bringing up a panic. It's still bringing up this
yeah,
fear response. It's still bringing up this piece that you have the control to manage.
yeah.
It's in the
And you,
safest way possible, right? Like you're not in any fucking danger.
yeah. And you have people around you that are there saying, like, stay in the shit.
Yep. You're fine.
And yeah, exactly. And obviously the nervous system response for people that never get to chill out, they probably feel like they had the best cup of espresso or can take the best nap of their life after that.